Hello again, and welcome to Steve's Vintage Model Builds. Hope everyone's doing well today. It's been cold and wet and gloomy here, so it's a perfect time to be working in the hobby room. So I started a bit of a new project. I have lots of other projects underway. I'm terrible that way. Um, subscribers and other viewers who know me. Um, Sometimes I just don't feel like working on a particular thing for whatever reason. I just want to do something that's really simple. Even a not very good kit. Like some of the older kits that I buy. Just trimming flash. I find that to be quite zen, as a matter of fact. So, anyways, excuse me. Hope everyone's doing good today. And before I get started, here I wanted to show you something here. Peter Oxley's lovely and talented wife. Um, uh, she likes to create things, with Chat GPT and AI and stuff. And so, anyways, after yesterday's show, uh, she sent me this. Can you see it there in spite of the Misterons? There it is. And yeah, so I thought that was, here, get it up full size. There we go, that's better. Get rid of the Misterons there. There we go. Okay, and speaking of Misterons, I got a new lamp coming tomorrow. It's a floor lamp. It's diffused, has 10 different colors and all sorts of different intensities and all sorts of fancy stuff. So please bear with me as I work on the lighting with the recordings. Um, I think I've got it pretty good now. It doesn't, look like a terribly gloomy cave in the background there, but at the same time, I guess looking at the computer here, I look all right as far as the lighting is concerned. So, anyways, yeah, and unfortunately, yeah, I've got a ceiling lamp that does have a diffuser on it, um, but that can be a problem when I'm using this. The only thing is this is reflective, so. But I love this thing. As you can see, it's well used, and I probably should clean it down with some paint thinner and stuff. So, anyway, so yeah, so enough of that. Part two today of the Prince of Wales build, and I'm going to turn the camera down now. And let me see. Again, still working on the lighting. So I hope that's okay for everybody. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's adequate for our purposes today. So yesterday, there's only 10 steps to this kit. And yesterday, we got through these steps here, with the exception of the rafts. I've primed those up, and they'll be painted and put on last. And again, the walrus as well. That's going on last. So all the little boaty things, they're waiting. They're going to go on at the end after I've primed this and done everything I need to do with it. And so we're here where we need part number C10, which is this one. And we will also need B11. Where are you, B? B11. B11. Where are you, B11? 8, 9, 10, 7. Oh, there you are, way down there. Okay. And voting was underway as I got started here for the Canadian budget. And in our parliamentary system, if the Liberals, which have a almost majority minority, if the vote fails and the budget fails to pass, that's considered an automatic vote of non-confidence. The government falls, and then we'll head to another election. But I don't think, not to get too political about it, but I don't think Canadians are very much in the mood for another election right now. And also after the last election, the Conservative Party's in a bit of disarray, and they had one member cross the floor, and there's a few other rumored. I don't want to use the T word, but anyways. Okay, so we've got this part that's done, and it was a horrible budget, so I'm not going to get into it anymore. Okay. You know, a nearly 80 billion with a B deficit in a nation of 40 million people that is among the richest in the world of natural resources. So I'm not going to say anything more about that. We're building a model kit here. So okay, so that part goes on, and we need C8. Where are you? C8. C6, C9. Why am I having such trouble? Oh, there it is. Oh, and here's a little tip about these parts here. You see I used the nippers. Yeah, it's better to use the knife sometimes. I'll have to repair that with a bit of putty or something. Okay. Turn this up. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to my buddy Garfield Smith. Haven't heard from you for a while, buddy. I hope you're doing all right. So if you're watching this, leave a comment and we'll go have a little chat. Okay, so now we need this. That goes like that, and that goes like that, and that goes like that. Oh, that's fine. Okay. And this extra thin Tamiya cement, it sets pretty quickly. But if you do need to make an adjustment and it's already set, just put a little dab of more on, and then it'll loosen up. Okay, so again, the boats are waiting. We're going to move on to step 3. Oh, here's the base. It's going to look better when it's done. That's just the total of the undercoat. You know, I just used cheap acrylic. It was a mix of green and blue. It was, yeah, green with just a little bit of blue on top. Okay, so now where are we going here? So we've got 3. We're going to do the funnel, the first funnel. And for that, we need B25 and B26. All right, B. There you are. No problems locating these. Oh, and I mentioned yesterday was our National Football Championship. And the Grey Cup, which was first awarded to the Canadian, at the time it was the Dominion, 1909. The Dominion Football Championship, Dominion of Canada Football Championship. And he was the great nephew of the Earl Grey tea's namesake. So, anyways, and so it was between Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Montreal Alouettes. Alouette is French word, means bird. Alouette, alouette. Anyways, you don't need to hear that. Okay, so anyways, yeah, so the Saskatchewan Roughriders defeated the Montreal Alouettes 25-17, and Saskatchewan held a pretty substantial lead for most of the game, but it was very exciting. Montreal tried to close it up. They didn't manage it, but it made for some exciting football at the end. You know, especially when it's a national championship. Who wants to see a blowout, right? I mean, you know, for people in North America who follow, you know, American football and the Super Bowl and all that, you know, there were a few where, you know, it was pretty much over before the first half even. And so, you know, that's not much fun. So, especially if it's your team that's losing so badly. Okay, so what's next here? All right, so we've got this assembly, and then we have B33, which again, I'm going to try and do this so you can see the instructions. B33, which needs to be excuse me, flat black, but you know, that's the kind of thing can go on at the end. Okay, so yeah, so we've got C20 and B31. So let's see, B31. Well, we got C here, so let's go with C20. C20. There we go. It's kind of weird. Usually the sprues are better organized. I'm sure Tamiya has a reason for doing it the way they did it, but usually all the parts are located more or less in the same area, not on the other side of the sprue. But there we go. Okay, so yeah, so we've got C20, B31. Okay, so this is down. Don't think it matters which way this goes. Yes, it does. A little flange on the bottom there. Flange on the bottom there. Okay. There now. See how nicely that goes together after my fumbling? So very well thought out. Okay, and we got C29. Okay. Okay, now just set there. the harbor. Boom, boom, boom. Don't shine for me. I'm a ship on the ocean, adrift on the sea. Sea of heartbreak, lost love and loneliness. Memories of your caress, so divine, oh my dear. I'm on a sea of tears, a sea of heartbreak. Oh, how I wish to come back to your shore, back to your arms once more. Oh, please rescue me, boom, 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 from the sea of heartbreak. No extra charge for that. I tried overlaying background music just by playing it on my phone, but the sound quality was terrible. It was all tinny and stuff. So I don't know which is worse though, my voice or that. So okay, so here we go. Number 2. There we go. Okay, set that aside. B24. Oh, that's B42. B24. Excuse me. Okay, B24, where are you? 19, 20, 21. Uh-oh. Oh. That's what you get for looking at stuff upside down, Kev. It's B42. Huh? No wonder. You idiot. Okay. Now I have to make sure I'm going to put this on the right way, so I got to turn the instructions. Okay, so this straight line, we need B42. Where's B40? B40. And yes, there's some fingerprint marks here. I'll get one of these. I don't know, this is like a 2000 grip or something. Or 2000 grip. 2000 grit. And I got a whole set. Sponge sandpaper. And there's what here? 2000 to 2500, 1200 to 1500, and 1000 to 1200 grit. And they're washable and reusable a certain amount. Okay, so here we go. And once again, see here, there's a notch. So you know which way is up. Notch and flange, notch and flange. That just pops in there like that perfectly. And I have the straight line facing me. And then this goes on. There we go. Then we've got B36 and B37. Go. Okay. Makes sense. Let's tidy up that seam a bit. Okay. And again, this is set up so you can't go wrong. This goes on there, I guess. Let me see how it goes. Yeah, that goes on there like that perfectly. Okay, and again, I'm going to leave off the funnel filter. Okay. Make sure we're pointing the right direction. First funnel. Okay, so I'm going to pause while I figure this out. Okay, I figured it out. I was looking for something back here, but it's here. So let's see, make sure we got this on right. There, that should be it. Okay, this looks like I made a. Okay. Excuse me. See the problem here? See what I did wrong? I didn't pay close enough attention to the. Well, they'll deduct the points for that at Telford for next year, but whatever. Anyways. Straighten that out. Why ain't you fitting? Okay. Now we've got the bridge bridge base assembly. Okay. Which is C3, C4, and B7. Okay, we're just about 40 minutes now. Is everybody asleep yet? How about I... Yeah, I guess that's better. Okay. Okay. So we've got the base here, and it goes together like this at the front. And like that at the back. There you So if you do this like this right away, some of the gritty sand is going to go into the crack. And once the primer's on there, nobody's going to know. Okay, and we've got this one. Well, yeah, you got it upside down, Kev, you dummy. Okay, so here we go. Goes like this and like that. No. Okay. Okay, and we'll hold that for a minute. Okay, bridge base completed. Yay. And then we've got C2 and B10. B10. Come on, don't be stubborn. Might be time to change this blade. I love this. I don't know if it's glass. I guess it's glass. It's not like Pyrex against glass, but it is hard on the knife blades. Okay, so we got that. And we've got that. Okay, so now we're back to here. We've got the bridge base. Then we've got C2. Okay, and again we've got amazingly beautiful locating things. There we go. Okay, and again we've got a locator pin here and a slot and flange. Wow, look at that. That's pretty nice, eh? I think I'm going to have to airbrush prime this. Get into all the little nooks and crannies. Okay, and we got, oops, not so fast, Kev. Get off. Okay. And we've got B8 and B9. There we go. B8 and B9. Time for a sip of Fanta Orange. Okay. Okay. B8 goes there. Get in there. Then this goes on. And then we've got B9. Okay. And that shows the point at the back and the flat part at the front. So, see how, can you see all the little windows and everything there? Yeah, that'll be fun. Excuse me. Okay, now the bridge goes on. All my burning bridges are falling after me. Okay, that goes on there. Hold that down for a little bit. Okay, and then we've got B21. I'm not going to put these B1s out because they're sure to break. All these little doodads will go on at the end. Okay, B21. There you are. Here we go. And you go there. A23. We need 4 of those. What? Okay. We have the gun director showing here, but no part number. Anyways, we'll see what we got here. We still have to do this. B2. B2. Hmm. Um, yeah, it seems you don't see these. Huh. Another pause while I figure this out. Just a moment, please. Okay, well, it's odd, but it looks like they just go sit there, which is a little odd for Tamiya, but if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. I mean, this is what I don't understand. It shows them going under here or not seen or something, and then they show up here. Um, so I don't know. Anyways, we'll do the best with what we got. And as one veteran model railroader told me one time, it's not real, it's a representation of reality. There we go. Okay. These are pom-pom bases, I think. Or I guess you would call them towers, pylons, whatever. No. Come on now. There we go. Okay, well, that'll have to do. Okay, now what else have we got? We've got C1. That's B. Huh. Okay, C1. There's C1. Okay, so C1 goes there. Okay. Now, an adventure looking for these so-called gun directors. Okay, B5. There we go, B5. Okay, the gun directors are B4. Oh, there we go. B3 and B4. Look with your eyes, Kev. Okay. No matter which way this goes. Anyways, it needs a bit of trimming up so I can think about that. Sorry, I'll try and talk a little louder. I don't want to keep people from nodding off, though. Okay, so these little corner things, they go. They go this way. Okay, I'll take that out. Get it facing the right way. There we go. Okay. And so then we've got B3 and B4. B3 and B4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Move those out of the way. B4. Okay, yeah. See here, snip these off pretty good. Okay, those at the back and those at the front. Come on. And I'll pause while I finish these steps. Okay, so we got those done, and we'll put them where they belong. Make sure they're facing the right way. Okay, there we go. That goes at the rear. That goes at the rear. Overglued a bit there, didn't I? There we go. And then we've got here. This needs to be adjusted. Make that parallel. Doesn't take much. Try not to break the thing off, Kev. That'll do. Okay, one more thing here and then we're done for today. There we go. Okay, and yeah, so we're going to do the pom-poms and all that other little stuff later on. And next time we'll finish up with the rigging. We'll do the guns. I've already primed the aircraft. Those will be last. Then we'll do the big guns, and we'll put the finishing touches on. And we'll take it from there. Oops. Oh well. These things happen. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. And it's not very exciting, but you know, it can be a good thing just to kind of watch, I hope. Anyways, so yeah, so there we go, and here we are so far, and this is about 2 hours work. You know, yesterday's show was over an hour, but I spent some time talking about the ship and some other things. So yeah, so about 2 hours work so far, and you know, with all the painting and everything, probably about the same to go. So there we go. And like I said, I've left some things off, sticky outy pointy thingies that would easily be broken and can just as easily be put on it at the end, or virtually the end, almost the end. Okay, so thanks again. I appreciate all my subscribers, everyone who stops by for views, and I welcome comments. Just please keep them respectful. I'm always open to new ideas, and uh, if you have any suggestions for techniques or anything, although all this stuff is pretty basic. But yeah, so that'll be it for now, and we'll catch you next time. Bye now.